Dave, do you want to talk about appropriate authenticators?
Yeah, and as Eric mentioned earlier, like choosing the appropriate authenticators for your users, right? You've really got to take inventory. Where are your users at? What type of users do you have? You know, are they able? Is an OTP okay for them? Are you wanting to send, maybe use like hardware tokens or security keys, YubiKeys, you know, et cetera? Do you have the budget for that? What's ideal? Are we talking about, you know, lab administrators? You have high security in certain areas and not in others. You really have to think about the, you know, frictionless authenticators. Who do you want? Which authenticators do you want to use or have your users use? You really need to think about that. So,
and then, you know, another point that sometimes is, at least in many IT teams, thought about a separate practice, which is multi-factor and single sign-on. Those should be bundled into one single security thought process. When deploying multi-factor correctly, multi-factor is an entry point to proving who a user is, and from that point on, access should be easy. Access should be seamless. Users should be single signed on to most applications. So the first entry level into that combination is really deploying multi-factor for many SaaS applications and allowing single sign-on in that browser session between different SaaS applications. And I think in a moment Dave will show you how to balance that best user experience, but still have security when you need it.
Yeah, the other thing I would say is, you know, use conditional access, right? And balance your user experience with your security requirements that you have by doing so. You know, for example, you could potentially relax MFA if a user is coming from a trusted device on a trusted network, and maybe they're trying to access a resource that maybe is less risk prone. You could relax in that case with conditional access, or you could step up authentication and require MFA based on their device posture, their risk posture, etc. So conditional access is a really powerful way to, and you know, it's similar to like complementing MFA with single sign-on. Like you can relax MFA there, you can step it up. Conditional access is a great way to do that.
And I think just to summarize on this last point, if you think about everything we've just talked about, so prioritizing resources, choosing the right authenticator, you might have a mix of those, adding on single sign-on, balancing that with conditional access. What makes that possible is centrally managing multi-factor from one single platform, right? Deploying a mix of a Microsoft authenticator with Okta, with Duo, with JumpCloud, that won't give you the single pane of glass and that ease of management that is needed. And it also makes it really difficult in that scenario to truly understand your security stance and where you may have gaps. So centrally managing multi-factor across all IT resources, across all users, is very, very fundamental for a successful MFA deployment.
Please subscribe and check out more content from us.